Hello everyone, Sal here from OptiStreams.pro, and in this video we'll be guiding you to creating your own GPT. So let's go to the GPT store, and this is kind of what we're looking at, and this is how you would configure your GPT on the back end. So just to give you an idea, this is what it looks like. You'll have your instructions here. This is one part of your GPT. You can, of course, upload your photo, whichever photo you want. You can name it whatever you want, add a description, whatever you want, and you can add a knowledge base of files. Here you can see we have this text file that's called Brand, Persona, and Voice, and this is the file that we will also need to create before we create this GPT. So there's two sections. One is the instructions, and two is the text file. Let's dive right in. So as you can see here, the first step is to create the Brand Voice text file. And for this, from this same page that you're at, you're going to scroll all the way to the bottom. And if you don't have access to this link, it should be somewhere around this video to this page. You will click on Prompts, Text File, and you will download this text file. Save it somewhere on your desktop. I've already done so, and I've already downloaded the files into this here, the prompts text file, and we will start by opening this prompts text file. What you will notice here is we have two prompts, prompt 1, prompt 2. We will start for step 1 with prompt 1. So we will copy this prompt 1, go into ChatGPT. So your window should be like this for ChatGPT. We will start a new chat, so we will click on this ChatGPT. And just a quick note about ChatGPT, you should have the Plus membership to be able to set up your own GPT. As you can see, I have the Plus membership. There's also the Team membership. This is if you're dealing with more sensitive data, then you want to have access to the Team version. However, for the purposes of this video, the Plus version should be fine. So we're starting a new chat here, and we will select ChatGPT 4, and then we will paste our prompt. And then we will send the prompt. Here you don't have to modify the prompt at all. It's very simply basically setting the tone for this chat to ask you questions about your company, about your market, about your audience, who you're trying to talk to customize your brand, voice, and persona text file. So my advice for this step is to use the app on your phone, the ChatGPT app, and you want to be able to speak through the phone. So there's once you download the app, you will be able to click on the microphone and then just speak to it and talk to this window here, and you want to answer all of these questions. Once you answer all of these questions, you will be able to end up with a description about your persona and brand voice. And this description should look something like this here. I have a sample for you. So I'll open it up here and show you. It should look something like this. You have your target market, personality, attributes they seek about your audience, brand persona, and tone of voice. Once you have this, you want to make sure you save it. You have it saved as a text file, and we will be using this as part of step 2. So I'll keep this open here. So I'm going to keep it open so that when we go to step number 2, we can use it for step number 2. So we're done step number 1. It's a very important step. Now we will go to step number 2. So for step number 2 is your GPT instructions customization. So we want to customize our instructions, and we want to start with copying the instructions prompt and then adding our persona and voice text that we've already came up with to it. So let's go to the prompts file that we have, go back to the same file. It's just one file, so we have it open. So we've already used the first prompt here, and we've already gave it all the information necessary to create our persona and voice for our company. I've already saved it in the file. Now we're going to step number 2. So for step number 2, we're going to copy this prompt here. There we go. From please revise. So we'll copy it here. all the way to the bottom, copy, and then we're going to go back to ChatGPT. We're going to start a new window, and we're going to paste it. Now, before sending this one in, you want to replace this section here with your brand persona. So I'm going to find it here, which is here. I will copy these here and paste it instead of this part here. So I've already pasted it. Now I'm going to send it. Okay, wait for it for when it's done, and it's already done. So we'll copy the instructions here, and I will copy my instructions. So now I already have my instructions here. We already have the file that has our brand persona. So now we have everything that we need to create our GPT. So we've already finished now step number 2. We have our instructions. Now we will move to step number 3, which is creating our GPT. So now to create our GPT, we will click on Explore GPTs here on the left-hand side with the 4 circles there. We'll go to the top right where it says Create, and then I will click on that. So we'll open the Create window, and this is the first window that you saw me kind of speaking about in the first section of this video. You can add in your photo, your name, your description for your GPT. I'll leave these up to you. What I'm going to add here is my instructions. I will paste my instructions. And as you can see here, it says My Co, which is my company. This will be custom based on the second step on your own persona and voice. And these will be your own instructions, the unique instructions that you came up with based on the prompt that I already gave you. So you can add whatever descriptions here, you can add whatever photo you like here. And the last part here is we're going to upload our file, our knowledge base. And this right here is our file that we came up with, which is in the sample here. So we will upload this file, and now our GPT is ready. We could save it here. So we'll click this check mark, code interpreter, and save. Continue. So now that my GPT is ready, I can start conversations with it and say, hello, could you create me a LinkedIn post, a short 280 characters LinkedIn post, and let it create the post. Now, the last step here, and it's, as you can tell, is actually searching its knowledge, searching my knowledge. That's great. So it is accessing the knowledge and created something related to my company. So that's great. Now, this is not the best example because I'm just doing this for the purposes of this video. The other one that I actually created for OptiStreams is called here, Opti, and this Opti is more fine-tuned, better. This leads us to step number 4 here, which is refine your GPT. So it is, I can go into my drop-down menu here in the GPT, go to Edit GPT, configuration window, as you can see here, and all I have to do is actually in the instructions of my GPT, or I can add and refine the tonalities inside the file. So I have 2 places where I can refine or add instructions. Here, if I want to not use certain words, so I can add a section that's called Never Use These Words, and then I'll have nuance, and I could have other words as well. So that's pretty much it. So you can add other instructions or refine the instructions, as well as you can also add different things to the tonality in the text file, and then all you have to do is remove the file and then re-upload it from here. And that's pretty much it. You are ready now to have your own GPT with your own brand voice that knows that you're talking to the certain demographic that you're talking to, and that is custom tailored to your market, your audience, and all of that jazz. If you have any questions about this process, please feel free to reach out directly to me through my LinkedIn, Sal Judaya, through my Instagram, nocode.sal, or on my X platform, which is Sal Judaya. Thank you so much for watching this video, and Once again, don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions. I know I went over it pretty fast. I'm just trying to keep it concise and to the point. It is a pretty lengthy process and a lot of back and forth and refinement, and that's usually how it is with building these GPTs. That's pretty much it. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.